On this week's news recap, we talk about Sony confirming PlayStation ID name changes, Borderlands 2 being re-released in a brand new VR gimmick edition, Obsidian potentially being bought out by Microsoft, and Bethesda telling you how this November they're gonna rinse all your money. Hello and welcome to StrangePlay, I'm Rik.
I'm Simon.
And this is the news recap for Sunday the 14th of October. For those of you that are new here, what we do on this show is each and every Sunday we go over 3 or 4 of the biggest gaming news stories of the past 7 days, give you the facts and then share our opinions. And our first story today comes from Eurogamer. So as we reported last week with the Psn Id Change Rumor, Sony have come forward and confirmed that it is actually happening and will touch down in early 2019. If you have registered for the PlayStation preview, you can get into the beta now. When the system launches, you will be able to change your ID once for free, and then after that it will cost £7.99 unless you're a PlayStation Plus subscriber, which brings the cost down to £3.99. So around $10 and $5. This feature only works with games released after April 2018, however. Some games released before then will not be compatible with the alteration, and you may run into some issues with games that aren't rigged to take advantage of the new name change system. If you are tired of your username, you can revert back to your original name for free. Now there's something that you missed out on this as well, where they said they are working on the name change for some games, or the most popular games that came out before April 2018. Now I think this is a bit rubbish, to be honest. It's half of what we've been asking for 12 years, but not completely. Like, the way that they've implemented the name system into their games and stuff is stupid.
It is. It was short-sighted, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I do think that when PlayStation 5 eventually rolls round, PSN will have had a big kick up the arse then, and this is what this is for.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
They're laying foundations for when PlayStation 5 comes out, so hopefully after then it's a moot point, it just works like Xbox Live does.
Yeah.
People have asked for it, they've given it in an half-assed way. Yep, it's good that they've brought it to the table, but it's also bad that it's not retroactive on everything on PlayStation 4, because PlayStation 4's been out a long time now.
Yeah.
And to sort of go, yeah, these games don't work, and just sort of sweep it under the table it's a bit fucking shitty. But hey, we've got part of what we asked for. Yeah.
So, name change for some, not for others. So, we're halfway there, and like you said, PlayStation 5, hopefully, this is laying the foundations so they don't repeat the same shitty mistake again. What's next?
Okay, this story was taken from Eurogamer. So, we've been waiting on Borderlands news for a while now. What we wasn't expecting is that Borderlands 2 is going to get the VR treatment on PlayStation 4. There's been several changes that allow the game to be played in virtual reality. For starters, it's single player only. You can slow time down to plan your next attack, which is also... what? Movement follows the tried and tested teleportation method, if you've seen that. Although you can use joysticks if you've got a strong constitution for VR. The game's driving's also been changed to first person. It's kind of what you expect from a VR conversion. Menus are controlled by pointing and clicking, dragging and dropping and all that stuff. Borderlands 2 VR will release on the 14th of December later this year.
So Borderlands 2, the gimmick version, essentially.
The gimmick version. Yeah, I think that this game has been released as much as Skyrim. I'm not joking. It came out on 360, PlayStation 3 and PC.
Yeah.
And then it came out on Vita as portable. And then they re-released it. So that's at Xbox One, PlayStation 4,
yeah,
PC again as the Handsome Collection. And now they've released this. So
how long till it's on Switch?
I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah. It will surprise me though if there is a conversion to Switch. So yeah, I'm pissed off for this news, if I'm being honest. I don't want more fucking Borderlands 2. I've already played Borderlands 2 to death. I don't give a fuck about playing it in VR. I want Borderlands 3 news.
Now, some things are cool. I like the idea of the driving being in first person and you aiming by looking. Like, that's cool. That's a nice implementation of VR. But a single player Borderlands game just kind of seems pointless to me, because it's a multiplayer game.
It is.
It's the most fun when you play it with your friends.
I think as well there's the original 4 classes in it. You don't get Necromancer or...
Yes, the original 4. And everyone can slow down time.
Yeah, it done... I mean, like you said, it's a gimmick version. It is a gimmick version. It's not a full... It's not a fully fledged VR experience. I don't understand why they had to put those things in. Unless it's just impossible to play in VR. because it's quite frenetic. Is Borderlands? There's a lot of stuff moving, and I don't know if that'd translate well into using the pointers and VR, because I'm not a VR person. I guess it is good news for people that do like VR though. They've going through a bit of a drought. I mean, you look at the games that are available in VR, and it's basically Resident Evil, and then you have a load of indie games which vary in quality. So for people that are into VR, it's another bone for them. It's one of those things where, I mean, they can't. I don't think they can really win. They just pissed people like me off. Come on, Gearbox, just give us some Borderlands 3 news, will you? Fucking chomping at a bit here.
Yeah, so if you've got yourself a VR headset and you don't have any friends, Borderlands 2 VR is the game for you.
What's next?
Okay, so this next story comes from Kotaku, and it appears that Obsidian Entertainment is close to being bought by Microsoft. Insiders said that it's not a case of if the deal is happening, but rather when. Obsidian is best known for games like Knights of the Old Republic 2, Fallout New Vegas, Pillars of Eternity, Alpha Protocol, and South Park The Stick of Truth, all of which were critically acclaimed and well received. Despite outputting quality games, it has often struggled financially, nearly going out of business in 2012. On the matter of the acquisition, Microsoft refused to comment on what is going down. However, an Obsidian spokesperson was more pliable, commenting, "Unfortunately, we don't comment on rumours or speculation, other than to say the Rumours album by Fleetwood Mac still holds up." Obsidian are the latest in the line of Microsoft's purchasing spree. It's unknown if Microsoft will keep the studio producing first-party exclusive titles or treat it like Minecraft's Mojang, where games and even crossplay can be found on rival consoles. Whatever it is, it will more than likely have strong RPG leanings and be backed by a talented set of individuals and Microsoft's huge vault of cash. I don't know how I feel about this.
I feel mixed about it as well.
I'm incredibly conflicted. On one hand, great for Obsidian. It'll be nice for them to sort of not have to worry about money anymore. Most of their games are PC based anyway, so Microsoft feels like the right choice. But when you look at them in the past, they were a Microsoft studio before. They had a deal with Microsoft and they fell out.
They did, yeah, that's right.
And that put them in a lot of trouble. And then it's purely selfish reasons that I'm on the fence, because is this going to mean that Pillars of Eternity 2 isn't going to come to the PlayStation 4 anymore?
See, this is a thing that I sort of, when I was looking it up, I was worried for the same reason you are, but I was also worried because you look at the companies that Microsoft had under its umbrella, and now it just completely fucked them. Lionhead, Rare, to name a couple, where it's just completely destroyed what those developers were about and made them do stupid stuff like, you know, the Kinect bullshit, and
Yeah.
they forced them to do projects that they were uncomfortable with. And I don't want to see Obsidian fall foul of that as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great for Microsoft because Obsidian are very, very talented. A very, very good studio that can kick out some amazing stuff. The list of games that you mentioned, Knights of the Old Republic 2, Fallout New Vegas. I've not played Pillars of Eternity. I've only played Knights of the Old Republic, Fallout New Vegas and Alpha Protocol, but they were good. They were good games. And even though they're all heavy RPG leanings, there's different mechanics at play there. Knights of the Old Republic is very different from New Vegas. New Vegas is very different from Alpha Protocol. There is some pliability there with their output, with their talent. They know how to do different things. But I'm still scared that Microsoft will go, "Here, we want you to do this." And Obsidian will go, "Oh," and just fucking shrug their shoulders because they're not being used to their full advantage. If it were me, I'd just go, "So guys, what do you want to make?" And if they said, "Oh, we've got this idea," I'd go, "Okay, there's your fucking credit card, go do it.
Yeah.
Come back to us in a couple of years' time, do you know, for E3, and then a year after that it needs to be finished." I hope it's not precarious for them. I'm happy that they've got some solid foundation now, financially, but I do worry about the drive.
Yeah, me too. Like you're saying, they're a great studio. They have a great history, and when they started getting into trouble financially, it was like worrying, because it was like, is this going to be the end of Obsidian? But then Pillars of Eternity was such a success on Kickstarter, and it was a fantastic game as well. And then the second one straight into development, that's been getting great reviews on PC. And it seems like just as they're gaining momentum, or like gaining steam again and growing as a studio and sort of getting back to where they were, there's this acquisition, and like it could be great for them if they are given the freedom to just do the projects that they want to do.
Yeah.
But to your point, if Microsoft are like, right, we want more RPGs on the Xbox, you're the people that are doing it, we just want this game, and they're like, but we've already made that game, we want to do something else. And they're like, yeah, but we're paying you.
I think that's another valid point as well. You look at the studios that Microsoft had under its umbrella, and they churn the same stuff out over and over and over again, instead of being super variable, which is what Obsidian sort of do. They're not one to sit on the same franchise and just pump them out over and over again. They're not a sequels factory.
Which is funny, because they are the go-to people for sequels.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that. They make sequels, but it's normally their first attempt at that franchise, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And usually they better the original scope of what the idea was by... I think the people that are working at Obsidian have a good eye, and they sort of know the bits that you fix when you're looking at games. So, for instance, looking at Fallout New Vegas, which is the game I've played most from these guys, they understand that the storytelling and the narrative and the choices are important. And the writing in New Vegas shows that. It branches off, it closes off areas if you screw up, and stuff like that. Like, it's actually... Do you remember when you were talking about Pillars of Eternity? When you were talking about how branching the story was and how heavy it was on the text, and how, depending on what you did, sometimes you thought you were doing the right thing and you ended up doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And it was sort of... It was never quite clear. You sometimes got unintended circumstances and stuff. Well, Fallout New Vegas was sort of like that. So, yeah, I just don't know. Like, it could be brilliant. It could be fucking terrible. I hope it's good, just for Obsidian's sake. Yeah,
same. So, we're going to be watching this story closely to see what the next move is, and I just really, really hope that Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire is still going to come to the PlayStation 4. So, what's next?
Okay, so the next story comes from Eurogamer. We're staying on Fallout, actually. Bethesda started talking about how atoms, Fallout 76's currency used for in-game purchases, will work. In an interview with Major Nelson, Bethesda Vice President of Marketing and PR, Pete Hines, said, "Atoms are a thing we use and hand out as you play the game. Quite honestly, we throw them at you all the time. You get them as little rewards for leaving the vault, or the first time you kill a creature, or the first time you pick fruits or vegetables from somewhere. It's a little challenge reward. Atoms are used in our shop to buy cosmetic things, new outfits or skins, or things like that." Hines also explained that Xbox One users will receive 500 atoms from the off. As with every other game featuring microtransactions, Bethesda is saying everything you can buy with atoms can be earned by playing the game. What they haven't told us is what the grind for atoms is like, or how much real-world money atoms will cost. A link to the full interview can be found in the description below and covers gameplay mechanics and the beta. So what do you think?
Same old story, innit?
Yeah.
To be honest.
And the thing is, they say they throw these at you. You're just getting them all the time. It's alright saying you get them all the time. It depends on how much the items are that you want to buy. So it's alright saying, oh yeah, you get an atom for you're playing 10 minutes or whatever. But how much are the things that you purchase with the atoms? Because if I have to fucking play for like 10 hours or 20 hours to buy a fucking jumpsuit,
yeah,
I'm not going to be pleased, because that's just a waste of my time. I get really dubious when I see stuff like this. I know that a lot of people will just go, it's cosmetic, just ignore it and stuff, but all these cosmetic things, they could be part of the game. They could be part of the game's economy. You could loot the things. There could be a reason for them existing in the game, other than, hey, it makes you look pretty, it makes you stand out.
If they have like a microtransaction system similar to what they had in Elder Scrolls Online, I might be okay with that. Because that was completely inconsequential.
The colours and stuff.
Yeah, or like a pet, or a...
I mean, you could argue with the Elder Scrolls Online, if you bought the sub and stuff, or bought the things, you got the satchel, didn't you? Which cut down the time you spent in inventory management. So, is this their answer to the Elder Scrolls Online? I'm not entirely sure. I don't think anyone really knows what it is. I mean, I've watched people play this for 20 minutes on YouTube, and I'm still not really sure what the point of it is. Because it's not like other games where you have a huge storyline. From what I can figure out, it's just go out and do your thing. Look for the nuclear codes and maybe nuke someone else that's in your game.
Yeah.
I'm just so confused about this game. Like, they said you could play the game and never ever meet anyone. If you never ever meet anyone, why would you want to customise yourself?
Yeah.
I'm just so confused about this product as a whole. And I can't be the only one that's, like, scratching my head over why Fallout 76 exists. Because it's not what you expect from a Fallout experience at all. It seems like they had an idea for one of these, like, survival games and just thought, what property have we got that we can sort of cram this into and also piggyback a microtransaction store into it, and Fallout were the first thing that come out of the hat. Do you know when you see those fucking late night TV adverts and the advertising stuff that's just completely fucking pointless?
Yeah.
This is the game version of that for me. Like, I just don't understand why it exists at all. I hope I'm very wrong and that it turns out to be a great game, but it's news like this that just makes me question what the fuck Bethesda are doing.
I think it's just going to do similar numbers to Elder Scrolls Online when that first started.
Right.
To be honest, I think it's not for everyone. It's not even for every Fallout fan. It's a very different game. And if you look what it's coming out against, we've got Black Ops 4, Red Dead Redemption 2. So it's coming out in a very close window to that, isn't it? So those games are going to bury it. And it's going to have its fans. And there's just the gameplay of it, and it seems a lot smaller than the other ones. It seems smaller than Elder Scrolls Online. So I think it's not going to do great.
I think the comparisons to Elder Scrolls Online, I think it'll be reviled when it comes out, same as Elder Scrolls Online was. Not to say Elder Scrolls Online is a bad game. I love my time with it.
Yeah, but it took years to get to where it is.
Yeah, totally. And I think this might be the same thing, depending on... If they're with it for the long game, it could potentially be fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But I think we might see a replication of what happened with No Man's Sky, where people get it and they're like, well, there's fuck all to do, so... And it just drops off instantly. And they end up spending a lot of time making it what it should be.
Personally, what I think they're doing with it is it's a stopgap. People have finished Fallout 4, and I think that this is just the equivalent of Elder Scrolls Online. They're putting this out here, so there's a game that's out, it's living, it's breathing, it evolves, it can be played forever. They can put a small team of people on this game to make add-ons for it and little adventures and all this shit and keep it updated, while they put the bulk of the team focusing on Elder Scrolls 6.
Or Starforge. What is it, Starforge?
I can't remember. But I reckon that's what this game's here for. That's my conspiracy theory. That's my hot take.
That's your hot take.
That's my hot take. Am I using hot take right?
Yeah, I just got burned by your hot take.
Did you?
Triggered me.
Shit.
God damn it. Look what you've done now. You're making me sweat.
Yeah. Well, then I think we better end this. Because if you're sweating, I'm sweating.
That's when the clothes come off and we get dirty.
So that is it for this week's news recap. If you'd like to talk to us about any of the stories we mentioned, then please feel free to leave a comment below or talk to us over at Twitter at explained at StrangePlay, or join our Facebook group at facebook.com/StrangePlayUK. You can also join our Discord server, invite link in the description. Also, if you like this video or like what we do on the channel, feel free to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with your friends. It helps us grow, and it makes Simon sweaty. But until next week, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you then.
Up and at 'em.